Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's fourth and final video. We're doing our ninth Christmas update for today's fourth and final video. So here we go again, it's time to bring you another Christmas update from Gaz. Well, this is Christmas update number 9, and so we're going to have a look at the long range CFS VT model very shortly, and we'll see what that's got to say for Christmas. I can tell you that also Christmas is beginning to come into view of the GFS Extended. Of course, we will look at the GFS Exclusive when we get into the final 2 weeks before Christmas last, final rundown to Christmas. We'll look at the GFS then. But the GFS does do an extended run as well with the control run. So that's just beginning to move into Christmas time frame. So from update number 10, we will start having a look at that as well as the CFS. We'll start having a look at the GFS. That's something that we began to do last year for our Christmas update, so I think we'll do that again this year. So this is the final video, exclusively with the CFS, but next video we'll do the CFS and the extended GFS. Anyway, I shall get on with update number 9 for the Christmas update for you in a moment. Just to say that the first video release was at 7 AM upload. We've also released the EC 30 days / 6 weeks look out for UK and rest of Europe as well as a 10 to 14 days. So please check out all of today's videos if you'd like to. Please like, share, subscribe on this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Richard. Thank you so much to Rich for the incredible Christmas updates gift. Thank you so much, Rich. That's amazing. I love it. I love the Christmas updates gift. Thank you so much, my friend. Absolutely gorgeous. If that doesn't get you moved for Christmas, I don't know what will. And I can tell you that I'm actually, so get yourself a mince pie and a glass of mulled wine or something. But I've actually got like the ingredients in now. Yeah, that's where this tells. So I'm going to start doing some mince pies soon. I may even, when I do one of these Christmas updates, have a mince pie with me, but I'll munch on. While I'm doing a Christmas update. Why not? Why not? But yeah, thank you so much, Richard. Thank you so much, Richard. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm off on a tangent. In the Christmas spirit tonight. Spirit being the operative word. No, thank you so much, Rich. But amazing Christmas updates give. I love it. I'm going to get myself into trouble. I'm in that sort of mood. I better get on and get this done before I get myself thrown off YouTube. Right, what am I doing? Okay. Actually, I'll keep webcam on, I think. We'll go to Veta then. Here we are, we're at Veta Central. And we're looking at the CFS 12Z yet again. There it is in all of its glory. CFS 12Z. So we always use the same runs all the time. Okay, just get a little bit serious. I have been a bit silly. But just to say that we always use the same run of CFS all of the time. The 12Z. But no particular reason. We run 4 times a day. We could use any of the others. But it's always best to try and use the same run all the time when you're making a comparison, and then you can't be told off for cherry picking any particular outcome. For instance, if I did a 12Z and it was cold, and then I did a midnight run and that was cold, and then I did an 18Z and that was cold, people would very quickly start telling me off in the comments. I know they would. I'd start getting told off in the comments about cherry picking particular outcomes. So this is purely out there coming out with the same run all of the time, and that is the 12Z, and that's the one that we choose for no particular reason, but that's one we've used historically. But we're looking for trains, so we can't tell you what weather's going to be doing at 3 PM on Christmas Day afternoon. We're much too far away, not even in December yet. So just looking for trends of the model within this overall period from early December to mid-December to late December to early January. And we've been seeing the same trend cropping up on regular occasions. So we have had a trend through these updates so far. It might not necessarily be the right train, but we have had a train which is for a mild Christmas. We've only had 2 that have been a little bit colder. Otherwise, 2 out of 8 have been a little bit colder. Otherwise, the remaining updates have all been mild, something exceptionally so. I have no idea what this is going to show. I haven't looked at it, so we will discover it together, and we'll do it, shall we? So we're going to begin on Wednesday, 8th of December. Now, we're only a few days away from December. So the closer we get to Christmas, like the shorter the time frame will become. The time frame will narrow until eventually we'll be able to pin the detail down for Christmas when we're just like a week or so away from it. So instead of starting up the 1st of December, now we're beginning at the 8th of December. Right, okay, so this is how it's looking then on this 9th Christmas update of 2021 from CFSV 212Z for the 8th of December. We're in a mild westerly flow, bringing low pressure in from the Atlantic, bringing bouts of rain. Right, let's have a look at the 9th of December. So we keep this wet weather going in from the Atlantic. 10th of December starts to pull something a little bit cooler in from the north. Still unsettled though. Another deep area of low pressure sweeping through there on the 12th. That looks pretty stormy, doesn't it? Very deep area of low pressure. That brings severe gale force winds. And is starting to pull something a little bit colder into the north, actually. So Scotland's turning a bit colder there. Low pressure quick gets out of the way by the 13th of December in a little ridge. Slightly colder, but the next lows are downstream. They're only going in one direction, which is to bring further bouts of wind and rain in. So 14th of December into the middle of the month, looking properly wet and windy. That's the 15th again, looking mild, wet and windy. Winds are in from the southwest, and that takes us through to the 16th as well. That's about as bad as it gets if you want cold weather. We've got this big ridge across much of southern and western, southwestern Europe, and then that's combined with low pressure around Greenland, Iceland, drawing up this very mild southwesterly wind. So wind, rain, and very mild temperatures there. 17th of December keeps the Atlantic flow going, and on it goes to the 18th, 19th, and 20th of December too, so 5 days before Christmas. And this is looking very, very mild and Atlantic driven yet again. I can't see how we're going to get cold from this for Christmas, to be honest. We'll see, but I reckon it's going to be another mild Christmas, looking purely at that. 21st of December, again, the heights are there to our south, low pressure, deep low pressure to our north. It all looks very, very flat, zonal and westerly. And 22nd of December keeps it going. 23rd of December, Eve of Christmas Eve, we're in a long fetch southwesterly. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, the southwest is added again. That's Christmas Eve. Look at that, drawing up an exceptionally mild southwesterly all the way from the Azores with this ridge across France, Spain and Portugal, low pressure out to northwest. Again, that's as bad as it gets. If you want cold weather, it doesn't get worse than that. You know, that is exceptionally mild, probably lifting the temperature well into mid-teens Celsius and looking really wet too. That's Christmas Day. So Christmas Day is mild again on this 9th Christmas update. It is a trend this year. There's no getting away from it. I know so many of you don't want that to be the case, but it is the case that on these Christmas updates this year, we have a mild to very mild trend, and this is another one with deep low pressure across Scotland, drawing up these southwesterly winds. There's wet weather coming in off the Atlantic, but you know, in the famous words, at least it's mild. Now, a bit of a change for Boxing Day. The heights are finally starting to relent a little bit to our south as a cold front comes in from the northwest. That brings rain southwards, and we start to lower the temperature a little bit. I say lower, it's not going cold, but just lowering the temperature a little bit there for Boxing Day. 27th of December starts to go colder as this ridge begins to build in the Atlantic. Still not really dropping the heights to the south though, so I can't see this lasting. But we are sort of building up a bit of a ridge in the Atlantic, turning the wind into a rather colder northerly. So that would start to bring some wintry showers in Scotland. We'll finally start to feel a little bit like winter, actually, with that. 28th of December, that's our bank holiday as well, shows high pressure over to the west, winds still coming in from the north, so, you know, it is turning colder after Christmas. Between Christmas and New Year, we are turning colder. There would be frost, there'd be wintry showers in the north and the east. It would actually feel, you know, like winter. That high pressure is already starting to topple, though. By the time you get through the 29th of December, high pressure is toppling in over the country. So, you know, it will still be cold at this point, still overnight frost, but I think this is going to break this high pressure by New Year. We'll be back under those southwesters again, probably. 30th of December, New Year's Eve. We're mainly dry across England, Wales and cold, but Scotland is looking milder with winds in from the Atlantic. And there we go, New Year's Eve. It's taken us back into the mild southwesterlies. And so New Year's Day, you've guessed it, begins mild with low pressure driving in off the Atlantic, bringing plenty of rain into the northwest, but also mild temperatures. I'll run you on through the first days of January. I wouldn't expect all that much change. Low pressure looking quite stormy through the first week of January. And just on and on it goes. you know, no sign of any break whatsoever until maybe get to the middle of January, then perhaps signs of some higher pressure building to our east. But we're so far past Christmas that it's not worth extending on, I don't suppose, although it did look a little bit poised. But, you know, that's a very, very mild Christmas. It's a very mild winter as well, from the GFS 12Z all the way up to the end of January. The onslaught just goes on. Right, I won't go any further than that. So that is your 9th Christmas update. These aren't panning out as so many of you want. But there we go. I told you at the outset that this is purely how they come out. I don't cherry pick. You know, I know a lot of people, or a few people, think that Gab is invested in cold weather and will pick up on the coldest chart possible all the time. It's not the case. It's not the case. And the Christmas updates prove that you know, if that's how they come out, that's how they come out. So the trend with the Christmas updates that we're doing this year is for a mild Christmas, and that's all there is to say about it, really. So there we go, that's update number 9 done for you. Now, update number 10, which will be coming up on Thursday, is going to start including the extended GFS, as well as the CFS V2. So we'll have 2 sets of charts to begin to think about from update number 10. But for Christmas, and that's going to be up on Thursday. For Christmas update number 9, however, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.